Mark here. It's been a while, probably over a couple months now since my last video that I made with my additions to the music room. And that was because I had initially planned on moving out of state, and the last thing I needed was more stuff to move and less money in my bank account. But that's all been put on hold. But in the meantime, I have been buying music, just not as much as I normally did. I want to start pretty much by showing something that happened. Well, there was a leak. I lived on the top floor of an apartment, and there was a leak just above the bookshelf. So if you watch the music room tour, you can see there was a bookshelf that had has 3 rows of records on them. And so the water leaked down. I'm pointing in that direction because that's where it is, and looks like it puddled up on top of the bookcase, came down, went through the B's. So I had a few Black Sabbath that got a little bit of water in them, but not bad. It was gatefold, and so the way that the outer sleeve that I had on it kind of protected those. Then it went down through the D's, and this was the biggest casualties, and then it went down through the G's. So I had like an Eddie Grant, I think there was a couple others that the cover did get a little bit wet, but this is the biggest casualty. This one was actually this Lana Del Rey. Did you know that there's a tunnel under Ocean Boulevard? This was actually sealed and put into an outer sleeve, and you can see. And when I pulled this out, it was complete mush. I mean, I was moving stuff around and trying to pull out all the sealed copies, move them to another place because everything was getting too tight in here. And so I grabbed onto it, and I thought, what the hell is going on? Why is it like this? Well, water puddled up in the outer sleeve, managed to soak its way through the shrink wrap, and while it was still wet, in order to get it dry, I gently took a knife and cut off the outer sleeve, and then cut open the shrink wrap. And I mean, the paper was just so soft that, I mean, if I tapped a fingernail, I don't know how easy that is to see, if I tapped a fingernail against it, it just scratched it. So, and once it got dry enough, I was able to pull the records out because I didn't want to do it while it was so soft and wet. And then after I did that, I tried to flatten it out. After it got to the point where it was still damp but not wet, I tried to flatten it out, but it just kept curling it back up. It did not want to go back to its original shape. So, and as far as the records go, here's one. You can see the inner sleeve kind of got stuck to the part of the label, peeled off. Actually, I don't know if that is part of if that on the label is part of the inner sleeve or the label, but it's also got part of the inner sleeve stuck on the vinyl itself. Set that down, and there's one of the inner sleeves. And again, I wanted to pull these out after it had dried enough, because I was trying to mitigate the amount of damage. You can see that one is even worse. But I'm gonna see if I can put some like distilled water and just use a record brush and gently try to get all of that shit off of there, so at least the records are good. And then, yeah, this inner sleeve, you can see, is just all torn up. So that was my sealed copy of Did You Know There's a Tunnel Under Ocean Boulevard. I don't remember how much that was, $30, $35, something like that. Well, I did go out and buy a new one, sealed, and of course costing me probably twice as much as what I originally paid for that one, but I did have all of the different variants of this cover, and all of them are sealed, I think, except for the standard cover, which is the one that I opened and was listening to, or that I'd listened to. So, you know, I was able to find it. Fortunately, none of the other sealed copies got damaged, at least that I could see. Everything looks fine. And then they got shifted to another section of the room, which I do plan on doing another update to the walkthrough of the music room, and hopefully that will be once I get all of this stuff put away. All right, so I'll start out with the cassettes. I got Top Gun here, the soundtrack. So this, as far as the cassettes go, there was some guy at a flea market had some cassettes that I was interested in, and I said, well, how much for these cassettes? He said, no, you got to take them all. You got to take everything. I said, well, how much are all of them? He said $7. I said $5. He said, okay. He said, I don't want to bring them home. So anyway, soundtrack to Top Gun. And I've got Hot and Sexy Rock All Night. It's just a bunch of different bands. Let's see, this is No Protection by Starship, and the case is kind of broken on that one. Color by Numbers by Culture Club, 80s pop. No Jacket Required by Phil Collins, good album. Pretty Woman soundtrack, never saw the movie, but it looks like there's some good songs on here. Beverly Hills Cop 2 soundtrack. I gotta move these closer to me. So Excited by the Pointer Sisters. Face Value, another Phil Collins, another good album. Whoops. Meatloaf, Bat Out of Hell. Never really cared for Meatloaf. Never interested me. Heart. And let's see, I've got this used to be my Playground single by Madonna. That's still in the shrink wrap, but was opened. And Cyndi Lauper's Night to Remember. And then these are the ones that I really have. Probably I'm not going to listen to. So these were all, you know, $5. And I can read off to you what I've got in here. Your Basic Rock, Your Basic Country, Conway Twitty's Songs of Love, or Sing Songs of Love. And this person liked a lot of Conway Twitty. Conway Twitty, what is this one? Most Memorable Hits. I don't really want to take them all out, to be honest with you. Conway Twitty, Who Will Pray For Me, Conway Twitty and Loretta Lynn. Sing Their Greatest Hits. I got cassette 1 and cassette 2. The legendary Marty Robbins, Dolly Parton, All-Time Greatest Hits Volume 2 and 3, missing 1. Freddie Fender, Before the Next Teardrop Falls. Johnny Rodriguez, The Greatest Hits of Johnny Rodriguez. Dottie West, What Are We Doing in Love? Ray Price, Rainbows and Tears. People may hate this, that I'm not showing them anything but the back of the case and my ugly face. Johnny Duncan, Steppenwolf Gold. Mel Tillis, Natalie King Cole, or Nat King Cole, the Unforgettable, Narvel Feltz, Narvel the Marvel, All-Time Greatest Hits by Roy Orbison, and With Love from Bobby G. Rice. Nothing in there really. I mean, I do like Roy Orbison, and I do like some of Nat King Cole stuff, so I can't say nothing in there is, or everything in there is trash, but most of the stuff I really have no interest in, and well probably am never going to listen to. Cassettes get thrown in very seldomly. records probably more often than anything else, especially in the outside of the kitchen room. You know, when I'm in the kitchen doing something, I'll stick a record on or something. Or if I'm dicking around in here, I'll throw a record on, maybe a cassette. All right, Thompson Twins, Into the Gap, CDs now. Fleetwood Mac, Tango in the Night. Bad Company, Holy Water. Yes, you got a Janet Jackson here. All For You. I got a Woman's World single by Katy Perry. Let's see, these are singles. Taylor Swift, The Tortured Poets Department. So I think there was 3 different covers. So there's that one. These are unopened, so I don't even know what's on there. You know, I keep getting... I think this is obviously the end of this, but like I said, that what is it, the Tortured Poets Department was not my favorite of Taylor Swift's albums. Picture book by Simply Red. For some reason this cover looks so familiar that I must have it on vinyl. Let's see, Simply Red. Let's see where I can. Let's see, that's Scorpions. I'm just checking right now out of curiosity. I know that people probably get annoyed with this kind of shit. Let's see. So Simply Red would be over here. Since it's right next to me, that's why. No, that's Susie and the Banshees. And then that's Skinny Puppy, so I don't know. Alright, now to the records. The Ventures theme to Shaft. United Artists. The Wanderer by Donna Summer on Geffen. And this one is still in the shrink wrap and does have a price tag on it. The price tag's kind of folded over, and I'm not going to try to dig it off. But yep, The Wanderer by Donna Summer. Olivia Rodrigo, Got Spilled. This was one that she sold on her website that has a few more songs than the standard Guts album, so I picked that up. Didn't open it yet. Don't know if I'm going to, don't know if I need to, but anyway, so there's Got Spilled. Why do you have it if you're not going to open it? Well, I don't know. Alright, I got Irene Cara, What a Feeling. And this one still has the shrink wrap and the hype sticker right there. Geffen Records. And I got a little 7-inch here. This is Woman's World by Katy Perry. And this is on orange vinyl. Clear orange. Endless Summer by the Beach Boys, Gatefold. Capitol Records. 2 discs. And then this one was themes from E.T. and more. So it has like Jaws, Raiders of the Lost Ark, E.T. What else am I missing here? Star Trek, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Poltergeist, and Superman. I thought, well, this would be fun. You bring back some of those memories from when I was a kid watching these movies. Yeah, it wasn't, I guess it was themes from it, but it was like disco. I mean, put it. They took these themes for the most part and changed them to disco music. And I started listening to, I think the first song on the first side was like E.T. And I'm listening to it and it's disco music. I'm thinking, what the fuck? Is this just not the right record? What is going on? And it just kept going through and going through. It was the correct record, but they were all like disco versions of the themes. I mean, some of them were recognizable. Jaws was recognizable. Dun, 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 you know, that kind of stuff. I think Raiders of the Lost Ark was recognizable. Star Trek, I think, was somewhat recognizable. But yeah, this was not what I was expecting. As I listened to it more, it became interesting. I can't say it became good, but anyway, so yeah, that's the stuff that I've been picking up. Not a huge collection. Of course, the cassettes make up the majority of it, but that's because the guy made me buy all of them. Okay. All right, so anyway, I plan on doing a video of the, like I said at the beginning of the doing this video, that I was going to go around and make a video of the music room and the changes I've made in it since. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, click like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.